Advanced Residential Applications and Case Studies, Chapter 3, the Valuation Process, page 20. Case Study 8C, Highest and Best Use. Does it appear the renovation work is justified? I really don't remember. I'm just going to go, yeah. Case Study 8C, Suggested Solution. With estimated renovation costs of $125,000, the cost to purchase the property as is and do the renovation work is $750,000. Thus, this project might make sense for an owner, but the return would most likely be too low for an investor to take on this project. Obviously, the value estimated with renovation is complete is the key to this analysis. End of page. Case study number 9, highest and best use improvements, page 21. Big City Bank has recently foreclosed on a large home containing 8,100 square feet in an older section of town known as Millionaires Row. The former owner defaulted on the loan, and the bank acquired the property for the loan amount of $650,000. The neighborhood is in transition. Many of the older homes similar to the subject have been converted to multi-family units. Others have commercial use on the first floor and residential units above. You have been asked by the bank to make a recommendation as to the highest and best use of this property. The subject property is one of the largest homes in the area. The home is dated and in need of cosmetic work and the exterior facelift. The electrical system is out of date and does not meet code. The heating system is old and inefficient. There is very little insulation. The kitchen and baths are also dated, but functional. The bank is primarily interested in getting their investment of $650,000 back and is willing to provide financing to a qualified buyer. Based on previous appraisals your firm has done in the neighborhood, you are confident the site value is well supported at $350,000. Your preliminary research also indicates that very few of these older homes have been renovated due to the very limited number of buyers looking for a home of this size and age. Approximately 1/3 of the large homes in the neighborhood have been converted to multifamily or mixed use. The cost to do the renovation work to continue use as a residence has been estimated at $125,000 by a local contractor. Page 22, case study number 9 continued. After inspecting the property and interviewing local zoning officials, 4 possible alternative uses are identified. These are outlined as follows. Alternative number 1, demolish the improvements. Demolition and removal costs have been estimated at $50,000. Alternative number 2, continue use as a single-family residence. In analyzing the market, you determine the value of the subject would be approximately $750,000 after the renovation work is completed. The time to complete the work has been estimated at 6 months. You estimate marketing and exposure time at 12 to 18 months. Alternative number 3, convert to multifamily use. After talking with local zoning officials, the contractor, and the bank, you feel confident the home could be converted into a 7-unit apartment building. The conversion would require a zoning change, but you believe there is a reasonable probability of this being granted because other similar zoning change requests have been granted. Legal fees to obtain the zoning change are estimated at $7,500. The contractor has estimated conversion costs at $275,000. Monthly rent is estimated at $9,800 for the 7 units. A monthly gross rent multiplier of 110 is considered appropriate for the subject. The contractor has estimated the time to complete the conversion at 9 months. Because there is good demand for rental units in the area, it is likely that all 7 units would be rented during the conversion period or shortly thereafter. Alternative number 4, convert to office and apartment use. Many of the larger homes have been converted to mixed-use properties. Converting to commercial use would be more expensive due to greater building code requirements. The contractor has estimated conversion costs at $450,000. This conversion would also require a zoning change. However, this is likely to be granted. Legal fees to obtain the zoning change are estimated at $7,500. Office rents are much higher on a per square foot basis. The value of the property under this option is estimated at $1,250,000 upon reaching stabilized occupancy. The contractor has estimated the time to complete the conversion at 12 months. Once construction is complete, another 12 months is estimated for lease up to reach stabilized occupancy. The first alternative use, raising the home and redeveloping this site, is quickly considered and rejected. Demolition and site cleanup costs would be approximately $50,000 and would result in a site worth $350,000. Clearly, this would produce a profoundly negative return. As before, use the worksheet below for your calculations. Shows your grid. It shows, instead of subject and comp for a grid, it just shows alternative, option like 1 through 4. Obviously, it names off the uses. For number 1 was demolition, number 2 was single family residence, number 3 was multifamily, and number 4 was office/apartments. All the living areas are the same. And then you got to go down the grid with renovation costs, estimated land value, legal costs, value after, as is value, total cost, added value. And then lastly, the last part of the grid is return on investment. Note, return on investment is calculated as a percentage of added value divided by the total cost. End of page.